Daria was a character on Beavis and Butthead. There was a lot of talk throughout the office of spinning her off in her own show.
The time at MTV was really interesting. It was like a lot of spring break stuff. They needed a show that made women seem smarter.
MTV was looking for an animated series at that time that would appeal to its female viewers. I was a writer on Beavis and Butthead. I was a story editor for the first couple of seasons. And when they decided they wanted to spin Daria off, I thought that would be really cool. So I signed on for that.
At the time, there were a lot of shows about teenage females. Roseanne had Sarah Gilbert's character. My So-Called Life was kind of going on around that time, and it just really felt like there was this teenage female revolution going on, and she absolutely fit into that.
As far as developing the characters went, during the first season, it was sort of like open season. Stuff grew a little bit haphazardly. There was a lot less planning on this series than people believe. Or perhaps there was exactly as much planning as people believe.
La 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 la, this is my stuff.
SOS, girl overboard.
And now back to Sick Sad World.
The show and the staff was really left to develop naturally.
I don't get it, Jane. How come you can't pass the test to get out?
Daria needs like a best friend. She's got to be a cool girl.
I could pass the test, but I like having no self-esteem.
She also needs some cute guy.
Hey, Daria.
Can't speak, must speak.
Hey.
I'm a pretty high-energy person. I'm always pretty outgoing and up. Trent, on the other hand, is a very low-key person. Susie and I worked on the voice a lot together until we got it just right, and it got lower and slower, and then you get Trent.
Change name of Mystic Spiral to something something explosion.
You're cool. What's your name? Quinn Morgendorfer? Exactly.
Heady, potent, seductive.
I was basically using like a lower register, a medium register, and a high register. So the high one was Quinn, and the medium was basically Helen, and then I used my lower register for Jane.
Money, money, money. I love money. I'd shovel it down my throat if I could.
I think my favorite character to perform was Kevin Thompson.
I got one, babe. I got one.
Kind of the closest to my personality, but inflated on steroids, and so it was fun to do kind of that, like, all right, babe, cool, you know.
All right, field trip. Where are we going, man?
The field.
I think one of my favorite parts about voicing Daria is the fact that the scripts are always so freaking funny.
Did I wake you? I guess that means you haven't been murdered.
Daria, you could at least try.
I can't shoot my own mother. Not with paint, anyway.
She has a way of cutting to the chase and cutting people down and summing it up.
Wow! And I didn't even read the chapter.
She'll never have to worry about mind control.
No, but she'll have to watch out for ferrets building a nest in her head.
When I was in high school, I was probably a little Jane, a little Daria, a little Quinn, a little Mr. DiMartino.
Your sarcasm amuses me, Daria. I hope it provides you comfort when you're cowering in a foxhole.
The writing was so witty and so smart.
Don't worry. I don't have low self-esteem. It's a mistake.
I'll say.
I have low esteem for everyone else.
As a positive female role model, Daria is great, because she is. She stands up for herself, and she doesn't put up with anything.
What does woe mean?
It's like the feeling you'd get if the Super Bowl were preempted by Antiques Roadshow.
Whoa!
See?
The scripts kind of captured what was going on at that time with high schoolers.
So what are you gonna fail at? Giving a damn?
I could fail to see the merit of this assignment.
Or succeed in finding it a waste of time.
She and Jane really gave voice to an entire population of the disaffected youth, the people that just felt like the outsiders, the floaters, the ones that didn't quite fit in, that sort of were in observation mode all through high school, where you just can't quite connect.
But I'm not miserable. I'm just not like them.
There's the girl who's a little smarter than everyone else. There's the dumb jock. There's the dumb cheerleader. There's parents who don't quite get you.
You know, when I was in high school, I wanted more than anything to join the swim team, but I just... No! Please, not again. Huh?
Mom, if you're gonna reminisce, I'm afraid I'll be forced to call social services.
Watching the episodes now, they're still completely relevant. High school now is not that different than When I was there, when Daria was in it, it's all so exactly the same groups, the same categories. It is amazing how the scenarios and the interplay and the interaction is completely relatable.
Maybe you should try failing at not being sarcastic.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You know, it's a cartoon, and I feel like it's just TV. Let's have some fun.
Good one, Daria.
Yeah, thanks.
This series had some very sort of heavy moments and serious moments, but it was a comedy, and we wanted it to be fun and funny. I think that the few people who are still fans are really loud and loyal, and that's really great of them.
Ms. Morgendorfer, where do you think you're going? Slowly insane, but I need to pop in at home first.
I'll be interested to see if the DVD release picks up new fans for the show, because we're getting past the point where people that were 5 years old then, who are now in their 20s or whatever, remember watching it at 10:30 Monday nights with their father. God only knows what he was thinking.
I'm gonna do something that really represents student life.
Yes.
That tells the truth about how much it can suck.
Yes.
That blows away the storybook fantasy about how great it is to be young.
Yes.
And you're gonna help.
No.